Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be doing an update on Bitcoin, what it did today, and where it might possibly go into the future. So let's start with today. So earlier last night, yesterday, before I went to bed, I tweeted this out. It said next support zone is 7,700 to 7,800. It would be the third time into this area. If it breaks, it can retest major support. But here's another thing I tweeted out earlier this morning. I'll give you a chance to take a look at it. But basically the idea is that I am a trend trader. I only go with the trend, whether the trend is up or the trend is down. But if the trend is down like it is now, I won't go long. I'll only go short. So sometimes I can get myself into trouble. In this tweet I posted about a week and a half ago, when the trend was still positive for Bitcoin, even though the price of Bitcoin was going down, I was actually buying it, and it cost me. So in those transition periods, I can lose money, but that is the con for my situation. But my preference, though, is to just trade with the trend. So when it turned negative, I only went short, and that's where the pros are, because what will happen is that it will keep me away from messy trades like the other day when it went up really quickly and then it stalled and went right back down. So for me, as it was going higher, I was looking for opportunities to go short. So that time it worked. So there are always pros and cons to every type of trading style. You just have to pick one. But in my tweet, I said that because I'm a trend trader, and that is how I post all of my tweets and my posts on Telegram and on YouTube. What you can do, though, is if you look at things from a different lens, if you're only a long buy person or buy trader, what you can do is you can just twist things around and see things from the other vantage point, right? So basically what I'm saying is that if the trend is down and it's going lower and lower and lower, and I say, oh, there is support around 7,700, 7,800. If you look at it from a different lens, you can say, that means that there might be a buying opportunity for me at 7,700 to 7,800. And then where I am trying to go short in the future, right, that is where you might want to take profits. So that is, basically going counter trend. But if you read the post, you'll see that if you go counter trend, what you have to do is you have to take profits quickly. So it's not my favorite type of trading style, right? But if you're a trader that only goes long, right, buying, then it might work out for you. So let's talk about what happened today. So earlier this morning, I went into my first trade. So I wake up in the morning, trend is still down, long-term trend is down, medium-term trend is down. I see my first color change under the 50 EMA as it's going down. So this is my signal candle right here. I enter at 81.68, or actually 81.70. It starts going my direction. My blue line is my stop loss. I put my first stop loss here at the top of the signal bar, right there. And then as it's going down, I'm looking for my ATR. You can see that the ATRs have been shrinking on the 4-hour and the hourly. So what I'm looking to do is I'm trying to make anywhere between 331 and 102, somewhere in the middle. If I can make that, then I'll be very, very happy. I'd like to make more because in my tweet, I also said that my zone is between 7,800 and 7,700, this little highlighted red area over here. So as it's going down, 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 I'm trailing, I'm trailing, I'm trailing, I'm trailing. And then here is where the problem comes in, because we have a change of color to the upside. But like I said before, I ignore those. I don't really care about those things. What I'm looking to do is I'm trying to make some money. So my first target, preliminary target, is this little yellow line at 7,900. So that is where, once it gets there, then I have to figure out where I'm going to put my stop loss. So as it's going down, 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 I look at volume, and then I can see how tight I want to press and hold my stop loss. So let's look at what I was tweeting. So as it's going down, I said that my hard profit target is 7,700 until it's broken. So what a hard profit target means is that I have a limit order at 7,700. So if it hits 7,700, it will automatically kick me out. But it says I am willing to take profits on my short anywhere from 7,700 to 8,085. So let's look at it. So as it's going down, it's actually a wide area. So basically, what I'm saying is that anywhere in this zone here, I'd be happy to make money. Because basically what that means is that I'm willing to make, at a minimum, my 1 hour ATR, so which is right around here. So anywhere in between this range, I'm happy to take profits because this is a short, trade. So it's okay. I don't need to make a ton of money. I just want to make some money. So as it's going down, 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 I'm looking at volume and seeing what's going on. So let's look at the tweets. So I look at it, and then once it breaks 78.80, I say that 78.80 is back in play. This is the top of the support range, which goes all the way down to 7,700. So I tweet out that 7,700 within sights, but it's going to be a little bit bumpy. So as it's going down, down, right, I say another thing. It says that just it's the opposite of yesterday, as it was going higher, is that volume plays a very important role. Is that when I looked at volume on my charts, I see that there was more selling volume at 81.50 than there was at the current range, which is at 78.50. And the majority of the volume for today was above 79.55, not below. So what am I trying to do? Well, what that tells me is that there's not enough selling volume. So what I'm doing is I am tightening my stops. That's what I did. So as Bitcoin was going a little bit lower and lower and lower, I had my range set between 7,800 and 7,700. So as it was going lower and lower and lower, I just played it a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter. And then once it bounced off of 7,700, I kept my stop to a 1 hour ATR, which actually coincided with this little color change bar, and it ended up kicking me out over here. And they ended up making almost 400 off the trade, so which was pretty good. And so that makes me pretty happy. So that is how you use the combination. So, but how did I know that volume was coming in? Like, what made me do that? Basically, it's what I showed you yesterday, crypto compare. So let's look at it. So as it's the difference between yesterday and today when it comes to volume is that yesterday's volume at 9 in the morning, it had this one big bar up and everything was below it. But if you look at today, as it was going down, you see volume. Even though it's not great, it's actually fairly steady. So there was a nice declining move until around 3 o'clock. So you look at this time frame here, which is very important at around 3 o'clock. Right? So let's look at a chart. So here is 3 o'clock. So here's 3 o'clock, it's low. So if you look at the volume, you see volume is going in. But why isn't the price of Bitcoin going lower? It's because the volume that's coming in are not sell orders, they're buy orders. So what's happening is that my little zone here, where I'm taking profits, other people are seeing it through a different lens, and they see this as a buying opportunity. So what's been happening is that as its time went on, and you look at the big range, so boom, right at 515, more volume comes in. And then that is when it starts to really take off. And that is where we are at now. So whether you're a short player or a long player only, you can look at the same things, but in a different way. And if you tweak it to how you trade and to your preferences, you can become profitable. But by looking at volume and by looking at the ATRs, we can get a better sense of where we can make our money and how much we can make our money. So instead of thinking of trading as, I just want to make as much money as I can, what you have to do every single day when you make a trade is you have to figure out where is this going to go? Where can it potentially go? Have targets in place. This way, when it gets into that area, then you're not frazzled. When something happens, you're not frozen like a deer in the headlights, like I mentioned before. You have a plan. By following the plan and by executing the plan, right, you will get better results in the future. So as always, we thank you for watching our videos. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Please follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. If you have any questions or comments, please write them down below. We're always happy to answer them. and in a pretty fast manner. Thank you and have a good night.